Follow us to be the first to learn the latest news about the royal family. Between Trump and Ukraine, the unexpected role of King Charles III. When King Charles III was still Prince Charles, many wondered if he could stay out of politics once crowned. Traditionally, British monarchs remain above politics, symbols, not players. But today, Charles is more involved in global diplomacy than anyone predicted. Recently, he invited Donald Trump for a second state visit to the UK. Prime Minister Keir Starmer called this an unprecedented gesture of friendship, using royal prestige to ease future talks. The king's diplomacy didn't stop there. Shortly after Trump's tense meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House, Charles and Starmer welcomed Zelensky to the UK. This high-profile show of support sent a clear message. Britain stands with Ukraine, even while trying to maintain ties with Trump's America. The image of King Charles publicly embracing Zelensky at Sandringham wasn't just hospitality, it was a powerful symbol. 3 years after Russia's invasion, Ukraine still has Britain's full support. With Trump's unpredictable stance on NATO and Ukraine, the king's quiet role as a bridge between conflicting forces is more important than ever. Starmer in Washington, balancing act or gamble. Trump praised Charles as a wonderful man and looked forward to a grand reception with all the royal pageantry. Officially, invitations come from the monarch, but in reality they're coordinated by the government, blending tradition and politics, leaving Charles on a very thin line. Having met leaders from Richard Nixon to Dwight Eisenhower, Charles knows political nuance. But his support for Ukraine is personal. He openly condemned Russia's unprovoked aggression and called the war an appalling assault on sovereignty. After the invasion, Charles visited Ukrainian refugees in Romania. On state visits to France and Germany, he stressed the importance of Western unity. Recently, he met Ukrainian communities in the UK and visited wounded soldiers, actions that go beyond mere protocol. The Canadian question, a new crisis for the Crown. Now, the King faces another unexpected challenge, this time from Canada, where he's also head of state. During his recent meeting with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, an even trickier issue surfaced. Just before their talks, Trudeau declared Canada's top priority was defending its sovereignty, a response to Trump's provocative remark that Canada should become America's 51st state. The comment sparked outrage across Canada, where many now expect King Charles to defend Canadian independence. Yet, for the UK government, preserving its relationship with Washington comes first. The King's silence has already triggered criticism from loyal Canadian monarchists. Letters to the BBC illustrate the frustration. I'm a proud Canadian monarchist, but if Charles appeases Trump instead of defending us, I'll support leaving the Commonwealth. Another wrote, we know the monarchy avoids politics, but this is different. If the King won't stand up for Canada now, what's the point of having him? The power of silent symbols. Balancing nations' interests is never easy. Even harder for Charles, whose influence relies on carefully crafted gestures and subtle symbolism, not policy. He follows ministerial advice in both the UK and Canada, but his personal beliefs and global connections inevitably shape his actions. It's been a long time since one iconic royal gesture, Queen Elizabeth standing beside blue and yellow flowers, a silent tribute to Ukraine just weeks after the war began. At her side stood a young, charismatic Justin Trudeau, symbolizing Western unity against Russian aggression. Who could have imagined that 3 years later, Trudeau would be looking to the British monarchy not just for Ukrainian solidarity, but for reassurance against the United States? If you enjoy our videos, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the latest updates on the royal family with us.